Hi, everyone. Hello and welcome to our webinar. Today we're going to talk about how to improve efficiencies in sorting operations. And my name is Nadia Hilger. I'm responsible for marketing and corporate communication at Spectos and Kisi Tracking. And I'm very happy to assist my colleague Katja today, who's the expert on video coding issues. Before we jump into our topic, let's take a quick look at the technology we're using today. We are working with GoToWebinar, so you as an attendee have a control panel which you can expand or collapse. You're all muted by us, however, you can raise your hand if there are any issues with a technical from the technical side, or if you have a question, you can also type it in here. Unfortunately, or funnily, most of our attendees are from Germany, but we will present everything in English. However, feel free and drop in your questions in German if you want to. We will collect them and answer them at the end. We've also dropped the data sheet on video coding for you here to be downloaded during the presentation or at the end. If you are interested in more technical specificities. And without further ado, I would like to hand over to my colleague Katja. You all can now sit down and relax. You don't have to take any notes because we'll record this presentation and you'll all be given the slides and the video recording afterwards. So enjoy the webinar, and Katja, it's your turn. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. I also want to say thank you that you are joining our webinar today, and I'm glad to give you some more information about video coding and our solution in the next minutes. Before we start, I want to introduce myself. My name is Katja Peschke, and I'm manager for business development and customer success. I started my journey at Spectos 12 years ago as a part of our in-house support center. And since 2012, I'm head of digitization and data capture. Let's have a look in our agenda for today. First, I want to give you some small information about our Spectos group, and then we start directly with our theme for today. We start to talk about the process of sorting from letters and parcels and the current challenges in sorting and decoding. And right after that, I want to give you some more information about video coding and how video coding can help you to become more efficient at sorting. And then I want to give you some information why it is a good idea and what are your benefits when you use an external coding expert like Spectos. And at the end of this webinar, we have time for your questions. So as Nadia informed you, please add your questions to the chat and I will answer your questions at the end of this webinar. A few words about Spectos. Spectos was founded 21 years ago by our CEO, Nils Delate. And our headquarters is located in Dresden, Germany, and we have offices in other countries, for example, in Vietnam, where our digitization team is located, or in Belgium. At Spectos, we have one philosophy. We say data is omnipresent. All companies collect a lot of data and information every day, but to make this data work for the company, that is the challenge. With our Spectos solutions, we are able to help our customers to get a better understanding of their internal processes and their customers by monitoring. But it's not only monitoring. We also help them to improve and develop their service quality. What we say is turn your data in targeted action. And now let's start and speak about the process of sorting letters and parcels. Every day, a lot of shipments arrive at the sorting center. And all of these shipments need to be sorted very fast and with a high quality. The sorting process has a direct impact on delivery quality and transit time. Not long ago, all of these letters and parcels needed to be sorted by hand by persons inside the sorting center. So you needed a lot of staff and it costs a lot of time. But since a few years, the sorting center started to use sorting machines. This is one example for a sorting machine. and it's a sorting machine for letters. At the sorting machine, we have 3 sections. We have the pickup section, where the machine leader puts the shipments on the machine, and we have the address reading section, where an OCR is read the address. And then we have the sorting section. It's a long conveyor belt with a lot of boxes to the left and to the right, and each box stands for one sorting code. The sorting machines for parcels are quite similar, but they are much more bigger, and sometimes the conveyor belt goes along the complete sorting center. But how does this process work? The machine leader puts the letter and the parcel on the machine, and at the address reading section, we have 3 steps. The first step is the system print and barcode on the shipment. The second step, the system made an image of the shipment, and the address reading OCR tries to read the address. And if the system has a sorting code for this address inside the database, the system will forward these shipments along the conveyor belt to the right sorting box or to the right sorting place. So you can see with a sorting machine, the sorting becomes much more efficient. But there are still some challenges in sorting and decoding. 3 up to 7% of all shipments cannot be sorted automatically by the sorting machine. So for this, letters and parcels, a second step is needed. And there we have 2 options. The first option is to sort all the shipments manually by hand from a person inside the sorting center. But you also have another option, and this is to use video coding. With video coding, it is not necessary that the person is located inside the sorting center to do the coding. So that is the reason why the video coding step can hand over to an external partner to save costs, to become more efficient, and to have a higher quality. But before we talk how video coding works, let's talk about the reasons why a system is not able to sort all shipments automatically. We have 2 main reasons. One reason is that the OCR was not able to read the address. This can happen when we printed backgrounds, or maybe there are any reflections, or a part of the address is outside the field. And it's also possible that it's a bad handwritten, or we have addresses on multiple lines. This often happens when we have letters or parcels from foreign countries. And sometimes it is folded. But there's another main reason why a sorting machine cannot sort all letters and parcels automatically. Sometimes the OCR is able to read the address, but cannot find the sorting code inside the database. This can happen when a sender uses a wrong postcode, or there is any fault at the street name. So all of these letters and parcels need to be handled in a second step. And no matter if you choose the first option and do all sorting manually, or you choose the second option and capture all data at the video coding step on your own, you have the same challenges. You have high costs. You need a lot of staff to do the coding or the sorting inside the sorting center. So it means you need to recruit staff, you need to have staff there, and you need to train staff. And it's also a challenge for flexibility, because you have daily or seasonal fluctuation in mail volumes. Sometimes you have high volumes, sometimes you have low volumes. And it's also a challenge for quality. You need to sort these shipments very fast and with a high quality to keep your delivery times. So let's talk about video coding and how it works, and how video coding helps to become more efficient by sorting. The most of the machine providers also provides a solution for video coding. The start of the process is still the same. The machine leader puts the shipment on the machine, and the address reading tries to read the address. But if this OCR reading cannot read the address, or there's no information about the sorting code inside the database, the letter will forward along the conveyor belt into a separate box or to a separate place. And at the same time, the system forwards the image to the video coding solution. And then a person on a computer or a laptop can open the video coding solution and can see this image on the screen. And then this person can capture the address and choose the sorting code. And then the next image will load. And the person can capture the address and choose the right sorting code. And the next image will load. After all video coding steps are done, the machine leader can put these letters or parcels on the machine again, and then the OCR reads the barcode which was printed at the first round on the shipment. And then the system can see there is a sorting code inside the database for this shipment and forward the shipment along the conveyor belt into the right box or to the right place. And then this letter or parcel is also sorted, and it was not necessary to handle it manually. There are still a few data which also cannot be sorted at the coding step, but only these few shipments need to be sorted manually. This can happen when there was a bad image or the address is completely wrong. But let's talk about the benefits you have when you hand over this video coding step to an external expert like Spectos. The first is you save money. We have up to 40% cost reduction. And we offer a volume-based conditions, so it's also interesting when you have lower mail volumes. And you no longer need to pay staff, you pay per VC item. So you only pay when we do the video coding. And there's also some benefits for the flexibility. We can set up our team very fast, and it's also possible to add more staff when we have fluctuations at the mail volumes. And our service is available 24/7. It means you start with the sorting, we start with the coding. And sometimes you have the case that a customer calls you and informs you that you will have higher mail volumes in the next days. And you decide to start earlier with the sorting. Then you only need to inform us and we will set up a team and start at the same time like you start with the sorting. And there are also benefits for quality. Together we define SLAs and rules for the coding. And because of our well-trained staff, you have lower delivery returns. And we can support all current systems, for example, Bluecrest or Böwe. But if you use another solution, or maybe you have your own solution for video coding, we are also able to use this. You only need to hand over the instructions and the rules for the coding, and we need to build a connection to your system, and then we can also do the video coding. But what are the biggest benefits for you? The biggest benefit is you get a specialized and scalable team. For each project, we have a core team which do the video coding every day, but we also have a backup team. So when the mail volumes are high, we can add more staff very quick. You only need to inform us, or we can see it on the solution because we can see that the data increase. And then we add more staff. And at the moment, we have around 120 people in our team, and we are still growing. Before I will end, I want to give you some actual facts about video coding at Spectos. At the moment, we have 20 customers who use our video coding solution in different countries. For example, Blood Compagnie or Postmodern. The amount of VC items which we can capture per month increased the last years, year by year. We started in December with 2017 with around 700,000 VC items per month. And in December 2020, we captured 2.9 million VC items in 1 month. And in December 21, we was able to reach our latest goal. We captured 4 million VC items in 1 month. And now we have a new goal. We want to capture 5 million VC items in 1 month. So maybe a part of you will help us to reach this goal. So thank you for your attention until now. And now I'm ready for your questions. So Nadja, do we have any questions?
First of all, thank you very much, Katja, for presenting the video coding solution. And indeed, we've got a couple of questions. So let's get started right away. How long does it take to set up a video coding for a company?
We can set up such projects very fast because at the moment we have a lot of knowledge because we set it up 20 customers until now. So the most important thing is to build the connection to your system. So the best thing is to bring your IT guys and our IT guys at the same table, and they can build the connection. And at the same time, you can hand over the instructions and the rules for the coding, and we can set up a manual. And as soon as the connection is built, we can start with the video coding. So sometimes sometimes it only needs 2 weeks. It's depending on how fast we can set up the connection.
Okay, I hope this has answered the question. Otherwise, you have the chance to contact us afterwards. The other question we got is, can you handle any other data capture projects like mail delivery orders or forwarding orders?
Yes, we also can do. What we say is if we can see the information you want to capture in a system or an image, we can do this for you. For example, return mail management. It's also a topic that we do in our digitization services.
Okay. I don't see any other questions at the moment, so I think actually we've reached the end of our session already, which is great for Friday afternoon. So again, let me remind you that we have a technical data sheet as a PDF for you to download if you want to get some specific information on the video coding solution. And if you want to meet Spectos physically, you have the opportunity to join us at the Parcel and Post Expo in October, where we have an exhibitor stand and are looking forward to meeting all of you. This year, the leading event for the postal sector is taking place in Frankfurt Main, which of course is for us great as we are Germany based. And there you have the opportunity to also get to know our other solutions for the postal and logistics market, which are transit time measurements with then video coding we talked about. We have live tracking solutions for quality monitoring purposes and competitor benchmarking. We also use RFID tracking, whether it's in test items or if we put up the gate infrastructure or have RFID readers in mailboxes. And of course, we have solutions to measure and monitor customer satisfaction, such as customer dialogue. So if you want to know more about any of these solutions, please contact us or come meet us at the Parcel and Post Expo and keep checking our events calendar because we have regularly webinars on different topics. And like we said before, you will all automatically receive the recording of the session and the presentation. And feel free to contact Katja or any of our team if you have more questions or are interested in knowing more about our solutions. With this, I'd like to say thank you for attending our webinar. Thank you, Katja, for your presentation, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you again that you attend today. And from my side also, have a nice weekend.
Right, I forgot one thing. When we close this session now, there will be a very short survey, and we would very much appreciate if you could answer our questions. Thank you very much and have a great time. Bye-bye.
Bye.